Hey guys, Rocket Kent here. I'm going to show you a Zhuge Nu rush build that aims to get Song up around 5 minutes 30 and build Zhuge Nus from there, get Rams if it's relevant. And the first game I'm going to show multiple games. The first one is against an AI, the next ones will be against players. I'm going to leave in the video description written out to build order guide, but we're going to start with 5 on the mill, on the supervised mill. We'll do an IO first, build the IO and supervise it before the first turn in to make sure you have enough food to build the villager after this. And we're going to move rather quickly. We're going to go up to 7 on food, 2 on wood, 2 on gold. We're going to be returning this tax as often as possible. Grabbing our sheep. 2 on gold. We're going to put 3 on wood. Then we're going to go up to 12 on food with one of these villagers. We're going to build the academy, and the academy is going to influence the lumber mill and the mill, the lumber camp and the mill. We're going to go up to 12 on food, and the rest go to wood. Now I'll pause it here. What we do here, we had 12 on food, just to get out that 400 food. And then we're going to take 3 villagers off food, and we're going to bring them over to build the Barbican, and we're going to take the villager that was building the academy, and we're going to add it. So we're going to have a total of 4 villagers. In addition, we're going to take 1 villager off food, and we're going to move him over to wood. So we're going to have a total of 8 on food. We had 12 before, so we took 4 off. 3 go here, 1 goes to wood. The rest of the villagers are going over to wood. We keep 2 on gold. 2 of these villagers are going to be they're going to finish this. 2 of them are going to go to gold, and 2 of them are going to go to wood. And that's the build. We have the wood now. We can drop an archery range and a blacksmith. And we can start cranking out Zhuge Nus. Now, from here, the build depends on what you're scouting. You can get one of these upgrades before you get to siege engineering and supervise it out. In this case, just against the AI, I'm just going to showcase cranking out Zhuge Nus and getting the ram out. And the aim with the build is to have around 15 Zhuge Nus at 8 minutes 30, 8 minutes 45. And you can actually have a ram fully built by then, but against players that's a little bit impractical. So you can supervise out what upgrades you want if you need it for the feudal fights, or you can focus on supervising out more Zhuge Nu depending on what you need. You can also add a barracks if you need to counter any horseman pressure. That's the build in a nutshell. Let's waste no time and head into live games. Okay, here we are on Mountain Pass, and we're gonna go fast. We're up against Mongols, and we're just gonna execute the build. I'm not gonna focus on the actual build. We covered that already. This Mountain Pass spawn, I'll scout pretty soon, is a little closed. So all I have to do is wall it here and wall it here, and we'll be pretty safe from any early Mongol shenanigans. So once I've got that, I actually do send a villager out, and so the build order deviates a little bit. I put 2 on gold, and then the next villager comes out and builds this wall. Slight deviation from the plan, but sensible. And he's actually spent too much time pushing in these deer that he's not going to be able to scout my side. He has no idea what I'm doing. So we're gathering our tax. We have our food and we have our gold. Once this is done, we drop our Barbican. We drop our range and we drop our blacksmith. Start building Zhuge Nus. Here I'd choose to get the +1 damage because I see he's building units. And I also get the +1 range. Because we're going to fight this first, right? We need to first win the feudal engagement before we even think about ramming him. So here we are supervising out a crap ton of Zhuge Nu, and we can easily take this fight. Zhuge Nu shred. Okay, let's focus on this for a second. So, fighting horsemen. I did this a little bit poorly, where I didn't let the full volleys unload on the horsemen. You need to stand still, let the volley unload completely, back up, let the volley unload completely, and rinse repeat. I wasn't letting the volley unload completely, and it wasn't dealing all the damage it needed to these horsemen. But basically, we want to cut these horsemen, kill the horsemen, kill the archers, kill the spears. And Zhuge Nu absolutely shred. Look at them. They just shred. They're a really good unit. They have enough health as far as I'm concerned. Like, their health got nerfed. So we're going to kill a Zhuvu to prevent him from double producing. And we're going to kill stables, if we can. So here I actually end up building barracks as well. Because I see he's building lots of horsemen. But still, look at these Zhuge Nu. Look at them shred these horsemen. There's some spears in there, but there's nothing that you could do. On to the next game. Okay, here we are on Arabia, and we're against another Mongol player. So in this variation, I'd say, we have a slightly longer rush distance than last time. Additionally, he's going to be focusing strictly on horsemen and scouts. He's doing a typical Mongol build where you professional scouts, you get lots of scouts out, and you steal hunts and such. And so there's going to be a lot of meat shield, basically, because of all the scouts. And the rush is actually going to fail, but it's okay. We're just executing the build. Here, this is why I like to have more wood. I do need a tower here, basically. He's got his scouts. If he chooses to come in and burn these, there's nothing you can do. And by the way, don't build your house out this far against Mongols. So we got our archery range. I should have had a barracks out sooner as well. And we're getting +1 attack. I don't see any archery ranges, so I don't worry about that. Range armor. And here we go. So we start building this. Let's look at this engagement. Okay, so look at these fragmented troops. What I should have done is taken all of these and moved them down here so that these guys would be all together. But instead, or maybe even built the rams right here instead of up here. Instead, I ended up with the situation where these Zhuge Nu are over here on their own. Nevertheless, what I'm doing here is focusing down the horsemen. And that works pretty okay. These scouts aren't doing much damage, obviously, so we're just focusing on the horsemen. He manages to clean it up. I do manage to kill lots of his scouts. And at this point, it's looking like a pretty normal feudal battle. Managed to clear up most of his scouts. He's got lots of horsemen, though. I've got spears in it this time, though. But most of my Zhuge Nu mass has been cleared out, so my main damage dealing is sort of dealt with. And again, I did the thing where I moved up this way instead of coming down here into the rally point. So this is actually extending a long time. He's spending a lot of his food that he wanted to fast castle with on cranking up these horsemen. So we're disrupting the Mongols' plan, basically. And that's not all. So here he is, aging up. We'll be aging up very shortly. We're dropping down farms because I don't trust taking this with this many horsemen on the field. Or taking this. So we have lots of wood from all of that rallying to wood we did. So I'm fine just doing a safe farm play right here. We'll be aging up shortly. And let's take a look at it from here. So we've been on Song for quite a while, for about 10 minutes now, and we're up to 56 vills. We didn't kill any of his vills at all, and he's at 43. So this is the advantage of this build. We've had a feudal battle, which sort of ended up inconclusive, but nevertheless, I have more villagers just due to being on Song. Let's hit the next match. Okay, here we are on Altai against Hoopsaya, who is another Imperial spy. He streams China quite often, and he's going to do a pretty normal mill IO opener, it seems. Looks like he builds one villager before building an IO. That's fine. So on Altai, I sacrificed some sheep just to get an early food boosted income, like a early boost to my food income by pushing this scout in. Pushing these deer in with that scout. So you sacrifice some of the sheep in the map in order to get that done, but I personally think it's worth it. The berries in this map are pretty safe, the hunt's pretty safe. So he's actually going to pretty much blind counter what I'm doing. I think he saw me talking about this build on the channel, so credit to him. He just straight up builds a barracks and starts building horsemen. Which, and you know, you can quick out units before Song is ready, basically, and that's going to be an effective counter to this build. But it's not the be-all, end-all. We have some extra food, so we're able to, or some extra wood rather, so we're able to drop this barracks down first and start building spearmen. Now here I actually get pop capped pretty hard by this not completing. Nevertheless, I'm able to fend him off, only losing a single villager. So we have some Zhuge Nu, we have some spearmen, and we get this. We have +1 damage just to dish more damage out. And I know that he wants to fast castle because I don't see any more army, and I saw how much he was on gold. He wasn't on stone. So I'm just going to go in with a single ram just to kill villagers. The only reason I'm here is to kill villagers. And let's have a look at this. We're at 11 minutes 30 seconds, a pretty quick feudal exchange. And I'm at 44 villagers, and Hoopsaya is at 27. So significant advantage. After this, I simply wall up and 3 TC Song, boom, and we go to the late game. And I have a villager advantage the whole game until I absolutely throw it by just tossing 50 villagers away. But I don't think that's the fault of the Zhuge Nu opening. I think the Zhuge Nu opening performed quite well here, even though I lost the game. That's everything. That's the build. I hope you enjoyed this look at 3 different games of the Zhuge Nu opening. I think it's strong. It's going to be my go-to for open maps for a while because it disrupts your opponent's game plan. It forces them to take some feudal fights, which they might not want to. And Fast Castle is really popular right now, so I think it's worth it to force some feudal engagements or punish fast castles. And Zhuge Nu seem like a great way to deal with it. They can even deal with small numbers of these palace guards, which is nice. So I could technically build, I think, more Zhuge Nus right now. If I wanted to just power out more Zhuge Nus and continue to attack his face, I think I actually could. Kite them back, ram his face, build lots of units. I think that would be fine too. Anyway, that's all.